Hello, my amazing rock stars, and welcome back to String and Story. My name is Holly Ann Knight, and it is my job to guide you to quilt with confidence. And this week, it seems to also be a little bit my job to guide us through an unfortunate comedy of errors. Rock stars, I am sad to say I tested positive for COVID this morning. I'm gonna be honest, meds are getting me through, but here's the bottom line. We have had the most amazing, not just week together, but months together so far. First with the 12 days of FMQ, FAQ, then with the Quilting Plan Challenge, then with the Tension Without Tension Masterclass, kicking off enrollment for the 10th cohort of Free Motion Quilting Academy. And I can't imagine a better way to be wrapping up our week than celebrating some of these amazing rock stars who have come before in cohorts 1 through 9 and have finished their final projects, both their whole cloth quilts and their samplers, and get to celebrate them, show off their work, and show you what is possible as part of becoming a free motion quilting rock star. Now, I mention comedy of errors because Rockstars, as you know, I normally have balloons flanking me, but it turns out when you test positive for COVID, you're not supposed to be out in public. So we are doing without. So I brought our trusty bottle of Prosecco and it popped itself after I unwrapped the cork. So we're still going to celebrate the heck out of these rock stars today. And we're just going to recognize the fact that y'all have been with me through every up and down that has happened over the last years inside of Free Motion Quilting Academy. And this is representative of the strength of our community, the fact that we do life together, highs, lows, silly, and everything in between. All right, are y'all ready to get started? First of all, if you are here and you are a past graduate of Free Motion Quilting Academy, please give a holler in the chat. If you are here and you are graduating today, please also give a holler in the chat because I want to go ahead and have y'all identify yourselves to your fellow rock stars who are tuning in to celebrate. So rock stars, I'm going to need y'all to bring all the energy in the world because we have a handful of incredible folks graduating today. All right, let's do this. So welcome to the Free Motion Quilting Academy graduation, August 2022. This is what we sometimes call a special graduation. As you probably know, at the end of the 12-week cohort of Free Motion Quilting Academy, we do a big graduation right at the end of that 12-week period. But as I've been sharing with y'all, many rock stars need to move through at their own pace, and this course is designed to accommodate that. So in addition to having graduations every time we finish a cohort, we also have graduations every time we are starting a cohort so that folks have the opportunity to be celebrated as soon as possible after finishing all of this hard work because they have put in a lot of work and I'm really excited for you to see their beautiful quilts. All right. So before we jump into showing you those quilts, I want to highlight the qualities of a quilting rock star. Now, I believe that these qualities are present in all the members of the quilting rock star community, but they're present a little in a special way in these free motion quilting rock stars because they've really gone through some stuff together. As I mentioned, like we've done a lot of life together inside the academy and we are continuing to do that. All right. So I want to highlight some of what really makes these amazing rock stars so very special. First of all, these rock stars have a willingness to do the work and make progress on their skills. One of the most frustrating things that they heard from me over and over and over along this journey is that 9 times out of 10, the answer to whatever they were wanting to improve was practice. And I had to say it over and over, practice, practice, practice. And they have stayed the course, even though that can feel so frustrating to get back up and try again when it doesn't feel like it's going well. They've stayed the course and it has paid off. These rock stars have shown a dedication to giving themselves grace when the practice is messy. For many of these rock stars, it took them several cohorts to graduate, and the class is designed to accommodate that. That doesn't change the fact that it can be hard to want to be done, to want to have finished things, but still need to press on because you're on your own journey. So they've given themselves and the folks around them grace as well. They have demonstrated joy in celebrating accomplishments and finished projects. We love to celebrate at every stage of Free Motion Quilting Academy, from that very first practice sandwich to this moment right now. These rock stars have had a commitment to encouraging others on the journey. And I think one of my very favorite things about this quality of a quilting rock star is that this continues beyond graduation. One of the most amazing things to me, cohort after cohort, is seeing how folks who have graduated from previous cohorts stay active in our community to cheer for the rock stars who are just getting started and making themselves available to answer questions, to offer encouragement, and to complement the amazing work of the other students who are coming behind them. And finally, these rock stars truly delight in quilting community and camaraderie, and they show it over and over and over again in how they engage with each other. So without further ado, after a sip of my sparkling water, I am absolutely thrilled to present to you the Free Motion Quilting Academy graduating class of August 2022. First up, we have Lynette Brickwell. 3 cheers for Lynette. So this gives y'all an amazing example of the work that these rock stars are doing. So over on the left, you'll see Lynette's whole cloth project. This whole cloth is approximately fat quarter sized, and there's no piecing on this project. This is something that the rock stars designed themselves. I encourage them to design from a word or a scene, a quality, an animal, or a family member or friend who really means something special to them that they want to honor in this project. All right, so these projects are intensely personal. Over on the right-hand side, we have Lynette's sampler. Now, every rock star completes a sampler. You're going to see one on every slide. They vary mostly in color because the directions are the same for everyone. I want you to do 1 square of each motif and really show that you have gone through the work of this course and practice them all. So one other thing that I should have mentioned before I went off on my whole explanation is, Lynette, I see that you are here and other rock stars who are graduating. When I come to your slide, please tell us a little bit about your whole cloth project in the chat so that we can celebrate the significance of that with you as well. So Lynette, amazing work. Congratulations, rock star. Your tenacity and grit and hard work have paid off. Next up, we have Alexandra Denny. And again, you can see her beautiful whole cloth over here on the left and her sampler on the right. I always love, even though the directions for these 2 projects are the same for everyone, they are different every time. Every single rock star is as unique as you can imagine in how they create their whole cloth and in how they create their sampler, from color choices to thread choices to motifs. And this is absolutely stunning work. Well done, Alexandra. Next, we have Kathy Clages. Kathy, I love that you included your inspiration kind of off your shoulder for your whole cloth. What an amazing color choice. I love your thread color choices, and I love your sampler as well. These are beautiful examples. Congratulations, Rockstar. This work is absolutely stunning, and I love seeing how you have pressed through to become a free motion quilting rock star. Next up, we have Daryl Krause. Daryl, this is phenomenal. Daryl, you've been a joy to have. And I love that we get to admire your whole cloth and your sampler now. Absolutely incredible work, Rockstar. Congratulations. Next, we have Loretta Lopez. Loretta, did I see you in the chat too? I see a bunch of y'all here, which is amazing. So we've got Loretta's whole cloth over here on the left. Again, we can see Loretta chose to use multiple thread colors. I think that's incredible. And I love her sampler over on the right as well. Beautiful work, Loretta. Congratulations, Rockstar. Next, we have Melinda Smedima. Please correct me on the pronunciation of your name if I just completely ruined that. I love your thread colors. I love the bold choices you made with your whole cloth. This is really amazing. And I love the color spectrums that you chose to have inside of your samplers. Beautiful, beautiful work, rock stars. All right, as I see you explaining some of your whole cloths, I'm going to pause and read them. So Lynette says, this is Multnomah Falls, went exploring a few months ago. Kathy says, my whole cloth was inspired by a painting from our local quilt shop owner who passed away in July. What a special tribute, Kathy. That's amazing. I love that sense of community, even woven into your whole cloth. Beautiful work. Next up, we have Pam Street. Congratulations, Pam. Also, I just love this picture of you. It's a fabulous photo. I love all the texture that is in your whole cloth and your color choices for your sampler as well. Congratulations, Rockstar. This is amazing work. Next, we have Teresa West. Teresa, I love that you chose to use a panel for your whole cloth. So I always give the directions, right, of doing at least fat quarter size, and it can't have any piecing. And I love that you decided to make something so special. I'd love to know which baby in your family this is for, because I think that's really, really cool that your graduation project is also for a special little one that y'all are welcoming. And I love your sampler as well. Beautiful choices, just in time for fall. You'll get to use it and celebrate your amazing work. Rockstars, you are, each and every one of you, absolutely incredible. Pam shares in the chat, hers is from a trip to Hawaii. I love that. Each and every one of you is absolutely incredible, Rockstars. It has been a joy to journey with you. It is a joy to get to celebrate you. I'm constantly impressed by the work that each cohort, each graduation class of Rockstars produces in order to show everything that they have learned. So, my dear Rockstars, while it may not have a cute cork on it, it is time. I really hope this doesn't explode, y'all. I'm a little nervous to pop the champagne and celebrate that each and every one of you is an incredible quilting rockstar. You have worked so hard, and it is my absolute honor to raise a glass to you, to celebrate you, and to say thank you for allowing me to guide you to quilt with confidence. Thank you for being dedicated to your quilting journey, and thank you for allowing us to have this moment to celebrate your hard work. Cheers. Now, I know that there are some of you who are going, this isn't, oh, actually, before I jump into that, one other little thing. I know many of you have seen this before, but if you're not familiar with our graduation ceremonies, each graduate will now be mailed this very special Free Motion Quilting Academy Quilting Rockstar pen. You can only get these pens by graduating from Free Motion Quilting Academy. So if you were ever at a quilt show or other quilting event and you see a pin like this, or from before our rebrand, let me grab the other one. Oh, I don't think I have one of the wooden ones. Or a pin like this, or one that looks a bit like this, but it's wooden. That's the really OG Rockstars. Then you know that you have bumped in to a Free Motion Quilting Academy graduate. So Rockstars, these are going to be heading your way very soon. And Lynette, what a joy that I'm going to get to see you at QuiltCon. I love that. Absolutely amazing. So I know that there are some of you who are going, all right, this is really cool. Like, how can I become a confident Free Motion Quilting Rockstar too? And how can I have these amazing Rockstars cheering for me on my journey? And as you know, Free Motion Quilting Academy's 10th cohort is already open for enrollment, and I would love to welcome you in. Tomorrow is the last day of early bird tuition, so I want to take just a second to do a quick recap in case you have not had the opportunity to learn a little bit about this class yet. But first, I've got a couple of rock stars from our graduates today who shared some really special words about their experience inside the class. So Daryl says, I so loved this class. The lives were great, so student questions were answered. You learned from each other, and the quilting videos allowed me to watch at my convenience over and over if necessary. I love that you stress this is just the start of our quilting journey, always learning. Daryl, your work is beautiful. Thank you for those amazing words. And Kathy also shared, I love the fact that you could move at your own speed for graduation from this course. As a May 2021 cohort enrollee, I'm finally able to say I finished the course. Thank you, Holly Ann. You're a phenomenal teacher, and I really enjoyed learning so very many motifs from you. So Rockstars, I really want to point out here that Kathy took her time on this journey, and that is absolutely incredible because she was able to allow quilting to remain something that brought her joy and not something that brought her stress, and work through at her own pace. So as I mentioned, Free Motion Quilting Academy is a proven method. Inside the Academy, we build on the lessons from the master classes and videos that I've been teaching all month long in 12 weeks of step-by-step lessons designed to help you grow from a nervous beginner to a confident intermediate Free Motion Quilting rock star. It includes 6 professionally recorded video units teaching you all of the ins and outs of FMQ, from setup to how to stitch over 24 motifs, a bonus unit reviewing everything I've taught you over the last week about quilting plans, a newly updated 50-plus page course workbook, and access to an exclusive Facebook group where you can not only interact with each other, but also have access to me during our weekly live Q&As. And perhaps the most special, as I just highlighted, is that you have lifetime access to all of the above. So that means if you need to take your time and use multiple cohorts to go through and graduate like Kathy did, this class is designed for you to be able to do that without paying extra. Once you enroll, you're in, all right? Full tuition right now during the early bird special is $297, and we have a 6-month payment plan available. I believe it's $52 a month. And then on Monday, tuition will increase to $327. So jump on in if you're waiting on that. Class is going to start with our new student enrollment on August 29th, and this 12 weeks will go into the beginning of December. I've been getting a lot of questions about that, so I want to make sure I answer it. And then our Q&A sessions are going to be Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern, but there is always a recording and always the opportunity to ask your questions ahead of time. So if you can't join me live, I can still answer your questions, and then you can watch the replay at your convenience, all right? So it says, love coming back again and again to see graduation. I love that. Andrea says, congrats, an awesome job. And Andrea, I know, is in our new cohort. Grace says, hi from Illinois. I'm in. Looking forward to starting. Grace, I'm thrilled that you're joining us. Julie says, does FMQA tuition include the panel fabric? No. If you would like to purchase fabric from String and Story for the class, We have supplies available separately. We've put together a really fun kit, but that kit is optional because I know a lot of y'all have stashes that you would rather pull from. But if you're someone who's like, I really want to just start with Holly Ann's favorites, I want her favorite fabric, some of her panels, her favorite gloves, her favorite thread, her favorite batting, we do have that kit available, but it is available separately from signing up for the course. All right. Great question. Glad you asked that. So Free Motion Quilting Academy allows you to learn free motion quilting from the privacy and comfort of your own home. It encourages you to start with what you have, keeping supplies minimal and affordable rather than urging you to buy a bigger, fancier machine or a super long list of supplies. It is ready when you are, regardless of geography or time zone, with on-demand pre-recorded video lessons. And it gives you access to both me, the instructor, as well as your fellow rock stars in training via the Facebook group and our live Q&A sessions. All right. So Rockstars, a couple more folks I want to introduce you to, and then we will wrap up our time together with a final huzzah. This is Casey, who graduated earlier this year. She said, free motion quilting was absolutely amazing. I went from being completely intimidated by free motion quilting to feeling comfortable enough to quilt my own quilts before I even graduated. I have an amazing toolbox of free motion quilting motifs to use in the future, and I cannot wait to finish even more quilts myself. Holly Ann is so positive and encouraging and breaks it down so free motion quilting is no longer intimidating. That is absolutely my goal, Casey. I don't want y'all to be intimidated anymore. Deanna says, I love the enthusiasm and support that Holly Ann brings to the String and Story Rockstar community with Free Motion Quilting Academy. When my doubts started to creep in, I asked questions and found the answers I needed to begin quilting with confidence. I am amazed at how much I was able to grow my skills without criticizing every mistake, loving the results every step of the way. A positive and relaxed attitude brings so much joy to the process. Holly Ann makes learning free motion quilting fun for everyone, and the class is inclusive for all quilters at all levels. Thank you so much, Rockstar. Those are such generous and kind words. And then Rianne says, I love so much about the Academy. The ability to go at your own pace, do Q&As every week, even if the question wasn't specific to the current unit, and the camaraderie of the group and professionalism of the staff made this such an enjoyable experience. I have a toddler and limited time to sew and was totally new to the concept of free motion quilting. The lessons really broke down the concepts, and the curriculum was structured to build motif by motif, making what I thought would be the hardest feathers seem easy and look beautiful with practice. I'm so grateful for Holly and the rest of the Quilting Rockstars for setting me off on my free motion quilting journey. I thought I'd never be able to finish my own quilts with more than a stitch in the ditch, and that is no longer the case. Cheers, Rockstars. So Rockstars, if you are here and you would like to be celebrated in a graduation like this one, perhaps even with a little bit more pomp and splendor when the COVID's pass, then I would love to welcome you into Free Motion Quilting Academy. Like I said, our early bird tuition goes through tomorrow, and then tuition increases on Monday, and enrollment will be open until August 27th. So you can head to stringandstory.com/FMQ Academy to jump in. Rockstars, you are absolutely amazing. It is always my joy and my honor to gather with you, to cheer for you, to show off your work, to brag on you. Thank you for this opportunity to do this today. And cheers to all of your hard work and to all of y'all who are going to be joining us soon. I'll see you next week.